Good Tuesday morning, September 23rd, 2025. Frank Chance. There he is. Made the Baseball Hall of Fame. How? I want to look at it. On my YouTube channel, I've been looking at baseball history, baseball players from the past who have contributed to the game significantly with accomplishments and stats. So I'm going through this book right here, Baseball Hall of Fame Almanac. Alphabetically, I'm doing it. In this book, I have covered all the Hall of Fame baseball players with a career batting average, 300 or better. Now I'm going through this book covering all the Hall of Famers whose batting average is under 300. Frank Chance, 296 career batting average. So he's 4 points shy of 300 career. But I'm looking at his stats. I'm puzzled. How did this guy make the Baseball Hall of Fame? Now, he's an old school, 1898 through 1913. You know how he made it? The era he played in. He stood out, but his numbers are not that great. Let's look at it. 1898, 53 games, 279 average. 1899, 64 games, 286 average. 1900, turn of the century, playing for Chicago Orphans, they call them, 1900. So the National League got going in the 1870s. By 1900, there were teams playing each other. I think 8 to 10 teams going, and then the American League got going after 1900. So Frank Chance stood out. Why? I have no idea. It says here in this book, he was a good player, splendid fielder, base runner. He had a lot of brains. Okay. But what about the stats and the accomplishments? I'm looking at it. He had one season where he scored 100 runs. He never had 100 RBIs. Never had 200 hits. You're saying, could you get 200 hits in the 1900s? Yes, some players did it, i.e. Ty Cobb, Nap Lajoie, Ed Delante, even in the 1890s, he got 200 hits. Frank Chance is high in hits, 151. He played 17 years. He didn't even come close to 200 hits. Never had 100 RBIs. His high was 81. His highest batting average, 327. And the highest in total bases was 204. How does this guy make the Baseball Hall of Fame? It's the era he's playing in. Kind of stood out. So in 1900, 295 average. 1901, 278 average. Nothing stands out except the one season. I'll get to it. So 1902, 289 average. 1903, okay, 125 games. He bats 327, 144 hits. That's not even near 200 hits. 1904 bats 310, but it's only 140 hits. 1905 bats 316, 124 hits. 1906, that would be his best year. 1906, Frank Chance scored 103 runs. Okay, props, he got over 100. 151 hits. Batted 319. Did you know that Frank Chance only hit 20 career home runs? 20. His RBI total for his career, 596. Runs scored, career, 798. And hits, career, 1,274. And he makes the Baseball Hall of Fame. Did you know there are guys, 2,500 hits or more? I say there's about 6 or 7 of them. That there are baseball players who have 2,500 or more hits, 1,000 runs scored, 1,000 RBIs, 270, 280, 290 batting average are not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Yet Frank Chance gets into the Baseball Hall of Fame with just 1,274 career hits, and it was 17 years. He didn't even average a hit a game. He played 1,288 games and got 1,274 hits. So he's close to about a hit per game played. I'm really puzzled. This guy's not a Hall of Famer. He's a good player, but I'd say average. So 1906, he bats 319. Then the rest of his career, he doesn't bat 300. So he has 4 seasons, 300 or better. 1907, 293 average. 1908, 272. 1909, 272. 1910, 298. 1911, 239 average. 1912, 2 games. 1913, 12 games. So his career totals, nothing spectacular, just average. I'll give him credit for having a 296 career batting average, but didn't break 1,000 runs scored, didn't break 1,000 RBIs, 20 career home runs, and 1,274 career hits, and he had 1,692 total bases. How does he make the Baseball Hall of Fame? Because the Hall of Fame got going, 1936 they started voting, 1939 they opened it up. And the guys and the writers in the 1930s and 40s, they looked at Frank Chance and said, you know what, he's one of the old schoolers. Let's put him in the Hall of Fame because he kind of stood out. Come on. He was just an average guy, average hitter. This is another example of a guy who's in the Baseball Hall of Fame who does not deserve it. I mean, come on. Compared with a lot of other baseball players who performed better, had better accomplishments, better stats. See, I'm looking to see what he did in the postseason. So he's got 2 World Series titles with the Chicago Orphans, 1907 and 1908. But I mean, come on. One World Series, he batted .214, and the other one he batted .421. Okay. Didn't hit any homers. 6 RBIs. Not much. What's going on with these Hall of Fame writers and journalists? Frank Chance. Sorry, Frank. You don't deserve the Baseball Hall of Fame. All right, I'm going to keep going through this book. I'm going to do it alphabetically. Who's next? Well, I'm going through. A lot of these guys have batted 300. Here's a guy I haven't talked about yet. Jimmy Collins. Here he is. I'm going to look at his career next. I'm out.